Good afternoon. So as you can tell, working with the truck today. Bad prognosis. I have got it pulled in position here, kind of out of our way. I can get down the drive here. Guess we need to get to the trailer, but it's going under surgery. Got the pulled transmission. It is toast. After deliberating, discussing with the transmission guy, local transmission guy down here in the valley, it's got some busted bands in it and clutch pack out. It slips in the reverse, doesn't even pull in reverse no more, unless you're on a flat surface. For any kind of incline, it won't back up no more. And the clutch packs for reverse are the same for third gear. Hence why it's not shifting in third gear and why it's sluggish from first to second. Clutch packs are probably weak in that too. So in process, disconnect the batteries, take the starter out. It's not too bad. Take the starter out and then disconnect the shift linkage, vacuum line, drive shaft, kick down switch, and transmission cooler lines, and that's about it. And of course 6 bolts in the bell housing, and then I think there's 6 on the flywheel. But I'm gonna pull it out today. Hopefully get it all out today. Like I said, they're super simple, but get it down there first thing Monday morning 7 when they open. Said he's got a week. He's a week out, so hopefully drop it off our first thing when they open Monday, and I could pick it up Friday. It was a major setback, but I've been putting it off. It has been leaking transmission fluid for 2 or 3 years now, and the torque converter I knew was giving me some, what I thought was a torque converter. It's probably the shift packs and the urine in it. Anyway, I was putting off the inevitable, and she chose for me, and thank the good Lord it happened at home. I was pulling the horse trailer home when it happened, and it also happened on a downtime. We don't have anything for the next week, 2 weeks basically. We don't need to be anywhere, pull the trailer, take the animals anywhere for petting zoo, so couldn't have happened at a better time. But it's going to be $600 full rebuild. He's going to rebuild and put new clutch packs and shift packs in it for my pulling style and what we're using it for. So it'll be rebuilt to spec for pulling trailers and hauling the camper and all that mess. So that's a total rebuild of the transmission and a new torque converter. $600 at the door. It's a lot of money for a simple folk, but in the grand scheme of things, that's cheap. That's a fair deal. So and plus when we get it back, we'll have a warranted transmission, and won't have to worry about it for next year. Planning on doing a Disney trip and going and camping at Fort Wilderness, pulling the camper. I don't even want to think about what all would have happened if this right here happened on a trip to Florida, pulling a camper. That would have been an absolute worst nightmare ever. Couldn't imagine anything much worse than that mechanically going wrong. But so we're gonna get it pulled out, and good luck. Shouldn't be too hard. Sporting the old Nana's van, thank goodness. But we've also discussed it, and we need to get a beater truck. It's time for a second vehicle again, because Nana's downsizing, going to one car, so the van will be bye-bye sooner than later. And then we won't have that to rely on to get us back and forth the running we need to do, storing stuff. So I'll be looking for me a beater truck. Dirt cheap. Yeah, I know the used car market. I've seen it, but occasionally word of mouth you come across a friend of a friend that's got something. So anyway, that's what we're going to be looking for through the holidays and the new year. But enough chatting. Let me get my tools gathered up. I'm sure my oldest will be helping me here. This is his truck, if you ask him. So, but we're gonna get pulled out, and then we'll take it Monday morning. So hopefully I can get it pulled out and then get some other stuff done today. If not, I might be doing a little something on Sunday. Setting up on the porch is the fireplace insert. We're heating totally with wood this year, so yes, I know it's going on September. Cutting it close, but that's got to get put in. So we'll take you along. For those of you interested, I'll show you on the square body GMC Chevys, the Turbo 400, the starter version of the 350, Turbo 350. But I'll show you when we get started. All right, it's the next day. We had a thunderstorm roll through shortly after we got done with the truck here, and put my tools up, and I was tired and greasy, and we just called it a day. So but there's the cross member. There she is. That was not terribly bad from the first time taking one out. I've rebuilt a lot of engines, but hadn't done any transmission work, period. So I pulled a lot of engines out, but that'd be my first transmission. But yeah, it's a good thing this all happened, because right here's the pretty darn certain that torque converter is not supposed to do that on the tail shaft, or on the input shaft piece. It's toasty for 30-plus-year-old, probably never been touched. So we're gonna take it Monday to the transmission specialist, and they're gonna rebuild it for towing and pulling, go completely through it, put me a new torque converter, and hopefully have it done in a week. So we shall see. Got some more little bits and pieces ordered for the truck in preparation for the fall. Blower motor, been putting that off too, but I don't know if y'all can see down here. It's got a little hole. That's where the fan spins. But that blower motor does the defrost and blows through the vents. It's never worked. Well, it's worked until it didn't. Bearings were shot in it when I got it, but excuse me. Got a blower motor. Obviously glass to go back in here. Window regulator, window motor for this side. So Mama will not get cold this winter. I need to look on LMC truck. They have this whole replacement triangle piece, but it's been back ordered for months. Need to see if it's available. But get the fan motor in so I can have some defrost again. Come in handy this fall with the window icing over. Still got to get underneath and connect up the new block heater. It was leaking, replaced it last year. So it's time we start going through it a little bit at a time. Replacing the worn out parts, rebuilding the transmission. Brakes are next. I need brakes in the back, something fierce. Gonna look into doing disc conversion in the back. If it's not too terrible, we'll do that. But if not, we'll get new drums, new shoes, all new hardware, and of course the front's disc. So anyway, that's where we stand with it. Gorgeous day here this Sunday afternoon. So we're gonna go out and check on all the animals and make sure everybody's topped off with water. This heat's been something else. And this right here, it's gonna stay where it is till I get transmission back. We'll get transmission put in. Hopefully she'll work flawlessly and actually pull a lot better than what it did. From what I understand, and I was talking to the transmission guy, this thing was probably slipping when we bought it 5 years ago, and we just thought it's because it's a 6.2 diesel and they're known to be gutless, so not going to get anywhere real quick. It's not a pulling hog, but I believe transmission was slipping then in the drive gear. Clutch packs were out in it. But anyway, we shall see. I'm gonna get off here and check the water, and y'all have a good one.